It was a long road to recovery for Staten, but he finally feels like he's back to his old self after hitting a 3-run home run against Auburn and a 2-run home run against Southern Miss on Tuesday. Although the players will be able to walk down the Walk of Champions like they would on a normal game day, this new 8A format will take away the game aspect that most players won't be able to experience throughout the entirety of next season. The Jackson Aggies are currently 10-1 this year, with their only loss coming in the season opener all the way back in August. Entering this matchup, Bibb County will be the underdog, but Coach Gohagen and his team have embraced the underdog mentality. Even though the AUSL hasn't even thrown its first pitch yet, it is able to recruit players like Montana Faust to join the league due to all the benefits the league gives to its players, even if you're a mother of 2. Since 1892, the University of Alabama has been the gold standard of college football. During that time, the university has won 18 national championships with 5 national championship winning head coaches, starting right here with Wallace Wade and ending here with Coach Nick Saban, whose last national championship was back in 2020. Good evening, I'm JD Zasa. Another milestone birthday for Eddie Conyers today, as the longtime Alabama practice referee is officially 97 years young. Conyers has served as an official at Alabama practices since the early 1960s. He began officiating when Paul Bear Bryant was the coach, and Conyers did it free for no charge. Mr. Conyers and his wife Peggy have been married for 76 years, and when it comes to Alabama football, he is a legendary storyteller. Back in late February, Eddie fell and broke his hip, but we are happy to report that he is on the mend. Happy birthday, Eddie. Alabama forward Mohamed Diabate announced on social media earlier this week that he will be joining Mark Pope and is headed to Kentucky. Diabate this past season was a thorn in the Wildcats' side in Alabama's 3 wins over Kentucky. His totals in the 3 games were 25 points, 21 rebounds, 4 blocks, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Now for some football news. 2026 4-star edge rusher Jamari Matthews has committed to play for Alabama. Matthews chose the Crimson Tide over Clemson, Florida State, Penn State, and LSU. He recently announced that he was transferring from Sparkman High School to Gainesville High School in the state of Georgia. Matthews is listed as a 6'2" edge rusher, and during his junior season, Matthews recorded 57 tackles and 17 sacks. He is the 3rd 2026 prospect to commit to Alabama, joining interior offensive lineman Chris Booker and cornerback Zion Gibson. Later, Mo Diabate fakes the pass, drives the lane, and finishes the dunk. Alabama cut their deficit to 4. Alabama struggled from behind the arc throughout the game, but after Cliff Amore gets another rebound, he kicks it to Aiden Holloway to knock it down for Bama's first 3 of the game. Alabama trailed going into the half by 9. In the second half, Auburn got off to another good start. Here, Denver Jones hits the 3. Auburn led by as much as 14 points, but Alabama would fight back as Mark Sears would hit a massive 3 to cut the deficit down to 3. A few plays later, Alabama gets the steal off of Broome. Sears gives it to Grant Nelson and dunks it to tie the game. But the top-ranked Auburn Tigers would pull away late as Broome scores this tough bucket. Auburn gets the win, 94-85. Alabama will need to bounce back quickly as they travel to face number 15 ranked Missouri on Wednesday.
Well, 2023 was a wild season for Alabama. The Crimson Tide made it to Atlanta and upset the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC championship game. The Tide made the college football playoff and then lost to Michigan in the semifinals in overtime. But none of that would have been possible without the 4th and 31 Gravedigger play against Auburn in the Iron Bowl. WVUA 23 sports reporter J.D. Zaza has more from SEC Media Days in Dallas.
Some people call it Gravedigger. Others call it 4th and 31. Whatever you call it, the final play of last year's Iron Bowl will go down as another great moment in the history of the rivalry.
Went over to the sideline, and I turned around. I put my head down, put a towel over my head I didn't want to see. And then all of a sudden I hear cheering, and I'm like, it's not that loud though. And I look up and it's our fans cheering. I'm like, what happened? What happened? Like, J-Mill just threw a touchdown. I just start going crazy. But yeah, that was a crazy time.
Doubt never creeps into my mind. And I think that's just the way that I'm wired. Like, I feel like as long as there's time on that clock, we have a chance to win. It doesn't matter what's going on. And if you let doubt creep in your mind, you're not a real competitor. You're not a true competitor. You have to believe in yourself before anybody else believes in you.
That moment will go down in the history books, but now it's time to make new memories.
I think their mindset of just going 1-0 and winning the day is something that I preach to them, and they've taken on that challenge. They show up, they put in the extra work. They try to, they understand that everyone's doing the same things. You just got to do it better and do it more often than those that we're going to be competing against throughout the season.
Even with Coach Saban gone, players like Booker say the standard has not changed. Expectations are bigger than the individuals who carry them. Reporting from SEC Media Days in Dallas, Texas, I'm JD Zasa, WVUA 23 Sports.
Well, Football Friday comes your way tomorrow night at 10:30. Our game of the week is a bragging rights battle. Gordo at Pickens County. WVUA 23's JD Zasa has a preview.
The 8 Mile War rivalry between the Gordo Green Wave and the Pickens County Tornadoes turns 100 tomorrow night, and emotions are running high on both sides.
It means everything. Gordo is one of those games that you really dislike the other team. Like, there's very few games where you go in and you just honestly just dislike them. Gordo is one of those teams.
I want to win it for these kids who grew up here. Their cousins are on those teams. Our rosters look very similar. You see a lot of the same names on the roster. So I want to coach harder for my kids, and I want to win for those guys.
Currently, the Green Wave are on a 10-game winning streak, which is the longest in the century-long rivalry. The last time Pickens County won the 8 Mile War was in 2013. Later that season, the Tornadoes won their first and only state championship. For the Tornadoes to end the streak, Coach Williams leans on a motivated senior class.
Sunday, watching film, first thing that came out of our senior Jaquarius Cohen's mouth was, I haven't beat him in my 4 years. So he understands the magnitude of this game, and once he understands it, the whole team will understand it.
Emotion doesn't win ball games, execution does. So we just go out there and execute and do what we do, and it doesn't matter how hungry anybody is, except for the 22 guys that are on the field at the time.
Pickens County is currently 2-3 this season, but Coach Williams states that one spark can turn the season right around. What a spark it would be if the Tornadoes can upset the Green Wave and end the decade-long winning streak. Reporting from Pickens County High School, I'm JD Zasa, WVUA 23 Sports.